Hi, my name is Mike Reed from Red Mac Architects. This is a video aimed at architectural students, and in this video I'm going to talk about low carbon construction, cold bridging and a nice lot of insulation, so that we're doing detailing that is good for the environment. So I think the most difficult place to do a good solution to the cold bridge is at the foundation. So that's why this detail is to do with a piece of vertical wall as it comes down to meet the ground floor. This is a short video and I'm going to explain the construction in more depth in a longer video. So both the videos are going to be in Red Mac Pop-Up Studio YouTube channel. So if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the thought process behind the layering of these materials, go and find the long version of this video. Okay, so you can see in the ground we have a foundation, we've got rigid closed cell insulation, we've got a floating slab with an upstand on it, we've got a main frame of glulam timber. This drawing is, as you can see, exploded so that you can see all of the layers. We've got glulam main frame for its low carbon characteristics. 150 above ground, we start doing timber in the external wall. 150 above ground is where you can start doing breathable construction, and for longevity of timber you need it to breathe. So in the ground we've got the high carbon materials of floating slab and foundation, and we've got the petrochemical industry insulation, that rigid closed cell stuff that we're going to cast the floating slab on. We've got brickwork that holds back the soil at this level. Once we get to that level of 150 above ground, we then go into timber frame. So common detail in timber frame these days is to have two layers of it, a thick one on the inside, thin one on the outside. Passive houses in the UK tend to have about 300 millimeters of insulation, so I'd be looking for 200 millimeters in the main frame and 100 millimeters in the secondary outer frame. So we have a piece of timber that makes a space in which to put that insulation, in this case a stud, vertical stud. There's sheathing ply and then horizontal batten, and it's important that we have a horizontal batten and a vertical stud where those two objects overlap. So this stud will come along and overlap with that stud at this point. That point is a cold bridge, but the rest of the construction is not cold bridge. So we do have a cold bridge here, but it occurs every 600 millimeters apart horizontally and vertically, and I think that does pretty well in terms of counteracting cold bridging in the external wall. So thank you for watching. If you want to know more about that thought process in the detailing, go to the longer version of this video. Thanks for watching.